Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Not gonna lie, this episode, I had a lot of issues with this episode. Because I'm gonna be honest, I felt like nothing really happened. We find out that it was, Anna and Valentine that planned this whole kidnapping Peter. They were gonna store him somewhere, they were gonna gather evidence, and they were gonna take it to the WSB to take him away. They list all their reasons of why they were complacent and yada yada yada, and now that their eyes are open, and I was like, okay, I know. I'm partly trying to give her a bit of leniency because that is her family, even if it's not her son. She loves him like a son, so I'm trying to give her some leniency, but it's like a lot of people died. And, Maxie, James, and her kids were, caught up in Peter's madness. So, not really getting much from me. But, with that being said, Peter's trapped in the broom closet. And throughout this episode, Maxie is worried. Because at this point, it's like, what's going on with Peter? It's not like Peter to just be a no-social. Now she's freaking out thinking something happened to him. Mac and some of the other people are talking about postponing... Let me get some of the drink first. Postponing the wedding. Finn is not happy. First of all, Finn winds up talking to Anna, and Max is like, you're not supposed to see the bride before your wedding. What are you doing? You're not helping me here. Maxie talks about, how they can go up first, and they can sit there and be married, and I'll wait for Peter. But long story short, Anna, she just tells she tells Finn that, we can't go through with the wedding until I find Peter and know that he's safe. So Finn is, pissed off for the first 20, 30 minutes of this episode. And here's the thing. Dante is the one that winds up finding Peter in a broom closet because Dante went downstairs to make a phone call to, talk to Lulu. Just to let her know what's going on. We'll talk to Laura to talk to Lulu because, So as he's sitting there talking about the wedding and stuff like that and Maxie, he overhears a noise, and it's Peter. So he finds Peter, and then that's pretty much about it. Peter goes upstairs, they resume the wedding, and, Ulbrich pretty much crashes it towards the end. When the ceremony is going, and everyone's at their places, you got Finn and Anna and Peter and Maxie getting ready to wed. And then Ulbrich comes in and she pretty much is like, I got words. What else happened in this episode? That was about it. Literally the first 20 minutes of this episode is a lot of chit-chat. Dante talking to Lucy about missing Lulu. He's sad about that because of the wedding. And there's a lot of other chit-chat that's going on as far as like Robert and Jackie talking about his disapproval of Peter and Maxie. Willow shows up. That's pretty much about it. And again, for the first 20 minutes, Maxie is freaking out, and Jordan is talking about calling people, calling Peter. But then towards the end, like towards the middle of it, after Jordan talks to Chase about what's going on, and he looked through the security footage and he couldn't find like who kidnapped Peter. Peter's like, well, let's get married, and then that's pretty much what wound up happening. And to be honest, nothing major happens in this episode. And what was supposed to happen, I feel like, was that Peter was supposed to be going a lot longer. I don't know what happened with this episode, because I felt like three people had one idea about how this episode was going to play out, and only two of them really got to play it out, and in the end, it just kind of seemed like a bit of a mess. Like, I feel like Peter was supposed to be either missing a lot longer, and they were supposed to be trying to, like, hold Peter captive or whatever, and Maxie being all worried and stuff, or, you know, the wedding was going to go on as planned, and then Old Brick was supposed to come in with some, you know, reveals or whatever. And I just... honestly, to tell you the truth, I can honestly sit there and say, if you watch my review, or if you watch Brock TV's review, that's pretty much all you need, and the hour that you would have watched would have probably been a waste of time, I'm gonna be honest with you. Because I feel like, here's the thing, the previews towards next episode seems like where everything's gonna go down, you know? A lot of secrets are gonna be exposed, you know, you got Fence that they're looking at Anna like, what's going on? Maxie is freaking out, and I don't know if she sits there and says Peter, but she's like, tell me this isn't true. So I feel like tomorrow's episode, like, I feel like when I watched this episode, I was like, I feel like I'm watching the wrong episode. And, yeah. It's so weird. I feel like this video should be longer than what it is, but since this episode mostly focused on a wedding, and a lot of chit-chat and nothing happened in the beginning, there's really not much to say about this episode, except for that it was kind of disappointing. Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, I don't know if I said this in the beginning, but thank you everyone that watched yesterday's episode. Because I know it came out super late, and I really apologize for that. I know Mondays is my late days, but it's it was later than I wanted it to be, and I'm also going to be kind of switching some stuff around as far as what review comes out first and stuff like that. So yeah, with that being said, I want to thank everyone for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are in this episode. If I missed anything, please let me know. Be safe, everyone. I will catch you in the next video.